What'd you think about the situation where J.R. Smith slapped Anthony Davis and then got slapped by LeBron and that whole thing?
In a squad. I remember one time there was a fight. Tony Campbell was fighting Isaiah and then swung at Isaiah's face. Isaiah said, "Hey man, don't hit me in the face. This is a body fight." I said, "I've never heard of a body fight." I just put it this way, man. Whatever it takes to get your guys to work on the highest level at the top level, that's what you should do.
Well, Doc Rivers became the first head coach to blow 3 series after having a 3-1 lead. And now Doc Rivers is out.
Yeah. I tell you this, last 12 minutes, you either go to the Western Conference Finals or you go home and you don't score in 12 minutes and you're the 2 stars on the, I'm talking to Kawhi and Paul George, there's no way you would have stopped me, and I'm not even a known scorer, not trying to tear the rim down every time I looked at it. There's just no way that could have happened. You could not have gone 12 minutes without scoring. And for you to blame Doc. Like, if you're up 3-1, I guess Doc got you up 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
So if you then lose those 4 in a row, or those 3 in a row, is it Doc?
From your professional point of view, as being playing at the highest level with the best players, with the best coaches, winning championships, if you look at a team, just take a top-down approach, and you look at a team, what percentage of the success of that team is the coach?
7 games. Coaches are great on how to rest a player and how you manage your team through the playoffs. The rest of the time is all players. So I would say the playoffs are more strategic. So I'm going to say out of 82 games, 7.
7 games out of 82.
7 games out of 82. Because if you're balling, he's going to leave you in. But I watched that last game that the Clippers had. That was all on them. They didn't want it. They wanted to get out of the bubble.
That's roughly 10%.
Yeah.
A little bit less, really like 8.5%, but
Right.
we'll round it up to 10. So 90% is on the players, 10% is on the coach.
Yeah, that's why the players make more money.
All of the coaches do pretty well.
They do.
Phil Jackson is not complaining. He's not at the unemployment line.
No, but that
he's an anomaly, though.
That was a push by Phil Jackson because college coaches were making more than pro coaches.
This is true.
And so Phil pushed that along with Pat Riley when they were like, "You're paying these guys this much money." They said, "Well, you can pay them more in college because we don't have to pay the players." They played them, but now if you're going to get ridiculed and you got to be in charge of 12 Fortune 500 companies, you should make a lot of money too.
Right. He was making $10 million a year. Well deserved. But then again, he is the greatest coach of all time, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? The average NBA coach ain't making anywhere near that.
I know, but how about the college coaches at Kentucky?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I didn't even think
California.
about how, since you don't have to pay the player, you could put all the money into the coach.
Right.
That's
and
crazy.
And the coach gets a sneaker deal. It's not.
This is true.
That's another thing.
Right. And I mean, you look at people like Coach K that could have played at any NBA team they wanted to.
Right.
And they never left college.
I would, let me see, 34 games to 82 games, including playoffs. I would stay in college too. And in college, it doesn't make a difference that you're getting a new player every year. In the pros, it does.
Yeah. So Coach K has a salary of $9 million.
Yeah.
So Phil Jackson was slightly outpacing him, but
More games.
more games. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.